What up, world, and welcome back. Rise and grind, people. Hope you're ready for a tremendously tenacious Thursday. I am Dwayne Langham. This is the Ave, Yolo Ave, the road least traveling. You have just tuned in for another live YouTube broadcast. Welcome back, people. So you saw the title of the video. New toys in the sandbox. What we talking about? Okay, whips, chips, some nice things, some nice clothes. What we talking about? No. You're coming into my sandbox. See, what excites me about coaching, what excites me about helping people, giving out to the world, inspiring, motivating, is that I see life. What? Some comment came across. I didn't get to see that. I see life as the sandbox. You hear this term if you're a gamer, if you know anything about video games, a sandbox type game, open sandbox. You get to go, Grand Theft Auto essentially. You get to go anywhere in the world, do anything that you want. It is just a sandbox. Go play with this world. Well, guess what I believe here on the Ave? Welcome to my sandbox. It's called reality, real life. Do you know that you can make anything, build anything, have anything, do anything that is your heart's desire? That's right. As soon as you powered on, as soon as the game got spinning and your heart was beating in your mom's womb, you were brought into this world with that power and ability. So how do you bring new toys into the sandbox? This is an experience I'm having myself. And for me, it makes me absolutely childlike, full of joy, just like Christmas morning. How do you do that? Knowledge. Damn, we was talking about playing and stuff, and now you done brought up books. For real, fam? You can't be talking about toys and bringing up books. Well, you know, as a child, I spoke as a child. I thought as a child. You wanted to play with the nice, shiny things, the toys and stuff. But as a man, as an adult, as you go out into the world and you start taking on the things of man, there's a much bigger play box out there. What are you waiting on? Don't you want to get into that? Come on now. So you want to put the childish things away. Let's step into the new toys. Knowledge. Only the wise excel. Only the strong survive. So in the last month, I've gotten back in a groove with something I haven't had in a while. I think we had a book series a few years back. I shared about the slight edge. So I've gotten back into reading, essentially. Greg Cardone's 10X. Finished that one. Napoleon Hill's Laws of Success is what I'm reading right now. I also had Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'm also reading another one. Ooh, this one's going to flip you on your head. Men Lead. Got that from a mentor, friend of mine. And very powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. I'm working on that topic we had a week ago, a rite of passage. I'm actually developing a modern man's rite of passage. But anyway, my point is, in downloading this information, in exposing myself to these new thoughts, ideas, principles that I can take out into my sandbox, I'm getting new ways to play with life. I'm getting new toys. Do you get that? Really, do you get that? You know, not just for the sense of accomplishing something. I want to get this book because I want to find love. I want to get this book because I want to learn how to do something. I want to read this book because there's some information, because I want to build a business, because I want to be better at. Not just that context, but to really get that as an adult, as the difference in somebody who's successful, somebody who's unsuccessful, somebody who's living life, or somebody who is a bystander of life. Having knowledge, acquiring knowledge, a thirst for knowledge. And by knowledge, I mean experience. You can go travel the world and you're getting all kinds of knowledge. Because there's, of course, book sense, and then there's street sense. There's actually getting out in experience in life. And I mean that scientifically, not just like, hearsay, book sense and street sense. I literally mean you go through school, you read a book, you take on knowledge. The other half of knowledge is experience. The other half is actually getting out there doing it. Be the thing, do the thing. Habitual actions get you consistent traction. So taking on these books, this knowledge, expanding yourself allows you to be more powerful in your sandbox. Your sandbox is your life, people. If you haven't gotten that yet, if you don't have the right toys in your sandbox, if all those shiny things aren't present, the car that you want, the clothes that you want, the money that you want, the partner that you want, the health that you want, this is now your sandbox. It's too late. You've grown up. Can't be a kid again. Can't reverse that clock. But what you can do is be childlike. That's another topic coming up. Childlike versus childish. Being childlike, see, I can't ruin the video, but being childlike, you get into your life and have joy, have excitement for what you get to play with in real life. Do you get that? What does it feel like when you level up, fam? Like, really, really get that. My gamers out there are feeling, but what happens when you level up? That gratification, you accomplish something, you did something. What happens when you make the connection, you get the contract, you get your first client, you build whatever it is, that first step in your business, that first step in finding the next man or woman to date, that first step in dropping 1 pound, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, getting a routine, increasing the weight as you work out in the gym if you're brand new to it. As you level up, what better feeling is there? Stronger self-image. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that gratification, that enjoyment. So having that, that's like having a new toy. That's a new tool. Building in your confidence, building in your security, diminishing your insecurities, where your weaknesses are, knowing where to apply yourself. All of that can be had through the power of knowledge, people. These are toys, or better said, these are tools. As you step into your adulthood, knowledge is tools to get what it is that you want in your life. Your life can be a sandbox. Your life can be a game. Why do you think people always say mastering the money game, mastering the game of life? Because it's meant to be a game. We're meant to be here for play. This is all temporary. None of it will be here when you're gone. Everything, this too shall pass. So what's the point of it all? I don't know. Have a little fun. Let's see how good we can make this life. Just a thought. You might not be ready for that. You might not be on that level. But I welcome you. You came to the Ave. You got to be looking for it. Anyway, so when do you want to do this? When do you want to download some new programs? When do you want to add some new toys or some new tools to your treasure chest? When do you want to play around in this sandbox and start making things look how you want it to look? Do you get that? Do you get that every day you wake up and walk around in life, you're playing in somebody else's sandbox, I bet? Because Tommy, shout out to all the Tommies out there, because Tommy set up the rules and said that you're going to work a job. This is how you get money. That you're going to live on this side of town. That you're going to, you imagine that. Take yourself, if you got kids or you seen kids, you know, go back to that make-believe time. And what would happen with their imagination? They make anything. Blocks can become cop cars and fire trucks. You know, somebody's going to be the governor. Or somebody's going to play mommies. That sense of imagination. So imagine you came to the playground and now you're playing by somebody else's rules. That's how you show up in your own life. You show up in your playground. How it's supposed to be. I got to work this job. Why do you got to work this job? You chose to work this job because you wanted that money. You didn't have the creativity to see where you could give value and make a career, a life, whatever it is that you want. Abundance. So you didn't bring that into your sandbox. You went to somebody else's sandbox and say, hey, get in line, build this dream of mine. I got a sandbox of a billionaire. I'm the owner of Facebook. I'm the owner of Amazon. I'm the owner of whatever entity. Come over and play in my sandbox. I'll pay you. And that's as big as your sandbox gets. 20,000 a year, 50,000 a year, 100,000 a year. Do you get that? That's your sandbox. That's your life. And you're taking it, showing up to somebody else's rules. Do you know that we can create just the same way? Each and every one of us can create exactly what we want in this world. If you want to change a problem, if you want to address a solution, and by that, I mean your community. Little boys, little girls dealing with challenges, you know, abuse, verbal, mental, sexual, emotional, whatever. You see something out there that you can change. The situation of your life, financial knowledge and stewardship. Do your parents have anything to pass on? Do you have anything to pass on? These are all toys. These are all things in your sandbox, your game. This is how you have it created. So if there's something you want more, if you want to add something to your sandbox, there's nothing stopping you from going to do it, but to get out, go and do it. What do you want to do to make that? Just like in the imagination that kids use, they use their toys. So for you, go pick up your tools, go pick up some knowledge, go grab a book. It's the information age. Hello, it's sitting in your palm. Turn this video off and go Google something. Learn how to do something. Add something to your life. It's just that easy. When do you want to do it? Right now. After this video. And after you go watch all the other videos and share it with somebody else who needs to get motivated. And in the meantime, I'm going to be right here on the Ave, wishing you the best and only success, people. Get out there and be powerful in your play. How does that sound? Powerful play. When we're watching people like Jerry Jones. Yeah, there's a big Sandbox game going on. That gets your attention, huh? Yeah, think about that. Who's showing up to who's Sandbox in that game? That's real life. And you're all watching it, spectating, and it's the most important thing in your world. People are starving. Climate tearing up the world all over the place. But who's taking a knee? Who's respecting who? Anyway, I won't get off into a rant. Appreciate you tuning in. Spread the word. Get out there and be powerful. Make something happen. Grab some toys in your world today. Your Sandbox is looking kind of empty, fam. Have some fun. Peace.